You know what that adds up to, ladies and gentlemen? That adds up to Division V state champions. That adds up to 28 points. That adds up to the greatest performance in Central Coast section history. We're going to go back to where we started here. Obviously, this group has had to show so much patience. I was there at Lowell, and I was there at Clovis. At Woodbridge, obviously the group is on a Friday night doing its own thing. Just to wait for days like Crystal 2 weeks ago, to wait for days like today. How much patience is it required for the group?
I mean, yeah, you need a lot of patience. You have to go through all those tough workouts, all those runs together. Everything we're doing at practice leads up to these big meets. I think we put out really big performances because we do everything as a team. We have a great bond. We train together, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, and we just push each other in practice. So going through all that and just having that patience is what leads us to these great performances.
You have such a tight-knit community like this, and I always feel like that these kind of, like we saw with Crystal Springs Uplands, girls volleyball, that they won a state title last year and then cross-country won. What has the energy been around campus? Where just everybody wants to uplift one another and encourage people to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, me, Landon, Will have been running for 4 years. We've kind of have a little bit of a name for ourselves on campus, so I think we've just been able to kind of bring the school together. I've been getting text messages this morning, kind of just encouraging us, and I know people all around the school have kind of been looking at us, and we've kind of made a name for ourselves in the school. People just knowing that maybe we might throw down today, which I think we did.
Absolutely. As I said to Ollie, in terms of patience this season, but obviously it's required patience times 1,000 throughout the course of your guys' career, right? I mean, obviously 4 points away from it 2 years ago. Obviously, the unfortunate injuries at the, most untimely moments last year. It's special just because of what happened today and what's happened this season, but especially the journey that you guys have traveled, and just the fact that you never lost faith in each other, never lost faith in, in George and the training and whatnot. How much more special does that make today?
I mean, this could have been my possible last race of the season, and knowing that our whole team was healthy and in good shape coming into this meet, it was really exciting, and we're really looking forward to, not only just the results, but just the experience of having a full team performing was just really exciting and really special to me. And especially we have possible one more race. But this being the last state meet I'm ever going to run in high school was really exciting.
Awesome. I'm going to bypass you, never out of disrespect, but save for last. Just in terms of the trust that you guys have in each other, and the fact that this group embraces the big moments. Yeah. It just seemed like there was never a more fitting stage than to have you guys on last with a chance to control everything in front of you. A state championship, NXN, everything was in front of you, and this group seized it. What does that say about the character of this group?
I think something that we were working on was not looking at the results of other people, focusing on our own race and making sure that we performed as individuals and as a team. And that really speaks on how we work together as a group. We're not focusing on what other people do. We focus on what we can do as a team. And that really goes through practices and races, even outside of track. We all work together on each other for the team, and that's really why we came to perform today, is so that we can all do something special for each other.
Most definitely. Speaking of special, Crystal Springs, the section final was only a precursor, obviously, but just to be able to have 2 weeks to kind of, really embrace and cherish that achievement, but realize hey, we still got, a bigger opportunity even in front of us. Was that the right combination of just kind of affirming the fitness, but also realizing hey, we can still be better?
Yeah, I feel like throughout the season, we've always known what we could do as a team, and we've been training for the state championship for months, and with this goal in mind, we all have been working together as a team and training together, and we've always had this mindset, for example, earlier in the season, 2 months till state, and so that just meant that we were peaking at the perfect moment at state, and it worked out perfectly. And yeah, it was just a great experience as a team, and especially thanks to the seniors. This could have been our final race with them, but we all worked together and enjoyed it. Yeah,
absolutely. What this group has been able to do, what the league has been able to do, what the section's been able to do, what the division's been able to do, this is a legacy. People are going to be talking about this, 25 years from now. Like how significant? I mean, you're living in it, but how significant is it? Like when you realize like just what this group in Crystal Springs and and just the league and the division have collectively done together.
Oh yeah, I mean it's super significant. I have grown to love the culture of the team that we've really like cultivated. I mean, you can see we've done the hair together and stuff, so that's really brought us all closer together. But it's really that mentality that I think I'll remember, and that willingness to just know the stakes, show up and do your job, execute, and that is what leads to those bigger performances like I think we put on today. So.
The biggest performance of all. And of course, we knew that you were going to take down the division record. We didn't know if it was going to be you and Ian and Ben or two of the three or whatever, but the fact is that you're holding that trophy, which you've coveted the most. Yeah. Your family has coveted the most. Your entire, the fact that obviously Kara was part of a runner-up team, you and Justin were part of a runner-up team, but the fact that you get to hold that, like, does the reality of it, does the magnitude of it match up to what you had dreamed about for so long?
It definitely does. It surpasses it. I mean, 2 years ago coming out here and throwing down again, we were a little bit banged up, but we lost, I think, by 4 points. Yep. And it's heartbreaking to come into those races and be that close but not quite get it. My sister went against one of the best D4 teams of all time when she was racing and lost to them. So I know that like in the past we've come so close but haven't quite gotten it. And I know that I've had some bad endings to my seasons for the past few years. So kind of having to grapple with all of that coming into this race and say, all right, put that all out the window and come out here today, put in a good performance today and do what you can do, and the results will click into place. I think that just trusting your training, trusting that all of our coaches know exactly what to do, so experienced, so grateful and lucky to have them. And then, again, with all these boys out here, I knew that we could do something special. I knew that looking at us in practice, I've never seen a team quite this strong before, like with my own eyes. So I think that I'm so proud of them all for coming out today at the perfect timing and executing, and you can't ask for much more than that.
Absolutely. Well, for these seniors, it will not be the last time that we see them. We were talking about Destination Glendower Golf Course in Portland, Oregon, and Nike Cross Nationals. Only fitting that this group is the one to redefine Central Coast Section in Division 5 history. Menlo School, guys, congratulations.
Thank you.